Hello, Colts Nation, and what is up, No Horse and Family? Welcome back to an episode of the No Horsing Around podcast. As always, I'm one of two dudes talking Colts. I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Burton. And as always, we are sponsored by our amazing partnership with WagerWire. WagerWire, as you guys have heard it all the time with me, it is a one-of-a-kind, revolutionary sports betting app that allows you to get in and out of your bets before they go belly up. You can get in and out of parlays. You can bet on games right till the moment. And with the NBA Finals coming up and the Stanley Cup Finals coming up, you can probably get some pretty good action. Go over to their website, wagerwire.com. Drop in your email address. The app is coming very, very soon. And if you want to get some more updated information, follow them on Twitter at WagerWire. And while you're at it, check out their Twitter spaces. So we did kind of a fun little thing not long ago where we did it was probably just the other day, we did a poll on our YouTube page, and it was kind of interesting because the idea behind it for me was I wanted to get an idea of what people thought of Michael Pittman Jr., right? So you can't read it, but we were going to do this video, and I wanted to get an idea behind where do people look at Michael Pittman Jr.? Is he a wide receiver one? Is he a two? Is he a high two? Like, what do you think of him as? And as you can kind of tell from the poll on ours, I mean, you're looking at 243 votes coming through. 74% said yes, And then, the interesting part for us is we got talking about this on the live stream, right? We kind of started discussing it a little bit and trying to figure out what we felt with Michael Pittman Jr. because he's coming up due for a contract, right? The discussion on our live stream this previous week was, would you pay him? And when you're going to say that, you have to figure out, what do you view him as? Do you view him as a one? Because are you going to pay him like a one? And we had a lot of people kind of chime in and comment. He is our one. He is absolutely the number one receiver on the Colts. But are you going to pay him like a one? And that's the question. So let's kind of look a little bit over. Let's dive a little into the stats, and then let's dive a little bit into where we think he falls. Like, what would you want to pay him? And do you want to pay him like a one? So Michael Pittman Jr. is entering his fourth season with the Colts, right? Like, we all know this. His first season, his rookie year, he had 40 receptions, 503 yards, and 1 touchdown. He had Phillip Rivers. Rivers retires. In comes Carson Wentz. Big arm, big cannon, likes to go downfield. And he has 88 receptions, 1,082 yards, and 6 touchdowns, right? Good season. Then last year, he has 99 receptions, 925 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and that was with Matt Ryan, and just kind of an anemic offense. We know what it was, right? Those are good stats. Like, those are good stats. Are those wide receiver one break the bank stats? That's the question, right? Like, what is he going to want? What are you going to want to pay him? And the fun thing on the live stream was me and Zach kind of in the moment pulled up Spotrac, which I think is a great place to go to, and pulled up average contracts, average salary per year for the top 10 wide receivers, right? And that's the question, is what do you view him? That's the name of this video. Is he a top 10 wide receiver? So let's look at money-wise. Who are the top 10 wide receivers money-wise? Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuels, DK Metcalf, Stephon Diggs, A.J. Brown, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill. Now, here's my question. So that goes, and just so you guys know, that ranges from $20 million to Keenan Allen to $30 million to Tyreek Hill, right? Where do you put him ahead of any of these guys, right? Truthfully, do you put him ahead of a Keenan Allen? I don't know. Maybe. Do you put him ahead of a Terry McLaurin? I think a lot of people in Indy are going to probably say no because they love Terry McLaurin. Is he ahead of Deebo? No. Is he ahead of DK? No. Stephon? No. AJ? No. Cooper? No. Devontae? No. Tyreek? No. So let's go down. You go down the list a little bit more. You go down and you kind of say, okay, let's say you're going to pay him $20 million, right? $20 million, and we'll kind of go from there, right? And when you start getting here, you get to like Amari Cooper, 5 years, $100 million, guaranteed, and he gets $20 million a year. Is he better than Amari? I would say yes. Mike Williams out in the Chargers, 3 years, $60 million contract, $20 million a year. Is he better than Mike Williams? I'd probably say yes. Chris Godwin, 3 years, $60 million, $20 million a year. Is he better than Godwin when healthy? Maybe. Brandon Cooks, 2 years, $39.7 million, 19 a year. I think he's better than him. I think you're getting there. I think he's better than Brandon Cooks. You go down the list. Deontay Johnson, I think he's probably better than him. Tyler Lockett, that's a big debate. Mike Evans, Hunter Renfrow, Allen Robinson. Like, these are the company that he's going to be looking at. You're going to be looking at these contracts, right? I mean, Christian Kirk got 4 years, $72 million, $18 million a year. That's probably a pretty decent sweet spot for him. That's probably a spot that you could say, okay, I'd feel comfortable with. He's a wide receiver 1. You could pay him about that. But the question I want to hear from you guys in the comments, do you guys put him above any of these guys that I'm talking about? Do you put him in the top 10? I mean, and when we're talking top 10, you're talking DJ Moore getting 20 million and then Terry McLaurin getting 22, Debo getting 23, DK and Stephon getting 24, AJ getting 25, Cooper 26, Devontae 28. I mean, I don't think he's there. I think he's probably on the back end, that 17, 18 to 20 probably. Now, what's he coming in asking? That's going to be the question, right? That's always the ultimate question, because do you want to disrespect him, or could you disrespect him by accident by lowballing? And I don't know. How much does he want to be in here? And then also, how much has been affected by the fact that he's had so many different quarterbacks? I mean, you heard me. Rivers, Wentz, Ryan, and now he's going to have Richardson or Minshew, maybe Minshew a little bit. And then even last year, you have Matt Ryan, but then you have Ellinger and you have Foles, right? I mean, they definitely view him, in my opinion, as a wide receiver 1. When you look at his stats too, I mean, you're talking he's got his second year, he got targeted 129 times. Then last year, he got targeted 141 times, right? I mean, it's a lot of targets. He caught the ball 70% of the time this past year. His yards per target went down, but Matt Ryan couldn't throw beyond 5 yards. I mean, so that's the question, is where do you put that value? Because you got to look too. You got Alec Pierce. You got Joshua Downs. You got Isaiah McKenzie. And I know he's older, but the first two are younger. You got a Jelani Woods. So, I mean, how many balls are going to go around and what do they view? I'm going to, I've talked myself into, I'm going to slide into that Christian Kirk, that Christian Kirk salary. What did I say that was? That Christian Kirk of like a 4-year, $72 million deal, about $18 million a year. I like that. I could be talked into that. What do y'all think? Where do you slot him? Is he a wide receiver 1? Do you agree with the poll? Do you not agree with the poll? Let me know. And as always, you guys, if you've not joined this family, please make sure you subscribe. And then right next to the subscribe, there's a member button. We would love it if you became a member, donated, kept the channel going. We're going to be at training camp, things like that, and that kind of helps do those things. As always, I end these things the same way I always do. I know that I love you. I know Zach loves you. I'm out.